Good evening. Welcome back to BoomerRexTonight, your nearly daily source for news and politics.
I kind of like nearly daily. Yeah.
Let me introduce Mr. BoomerRex himself.
Good evening and welcome back.
And asshole.
Hey, the internet.
And I am RisenLadyHeathen. Any early comments to get us started, or are we just digging right in again?
I find it interesting when humans are stressed, they embrace extremist ideology more easily.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's something we've been talking about.
Well, their needs aren't getting met. They want food or whatever, or to not be scared about the things that scare them.
Yeah. Healthcare, whatever.
Yeah. Well, and who are you going to fucking tell? What is it like? Okay, so you're like, those aren't things that have a good solution unless you're going to get bolt cutters and go talk to bosses about it.
True.
So
You need the bolt cutters because they lock their gates.
That's also true.
Cut people's gate locks the internet.
Yeah,
why
that's
extremist?
Because
As
extremists,
opposed
they're the only ones who've ever gotten anything done in all of recorded human history.
Yeah, okay, all right, I got that.
No one's ever cared what the moderates thought because you just wave the gun around and they get real quiet.
Yeah,
I'm not advocating that as a solution to the internet, just
pointing out that's
that's
been a
human
frequent
fucking
occurrence.
history.
Yeah,
That's kind of the only way this, anything ever really changes is if a bunch of people stand up and say, we are willing to use violence to keep this from happening.
It's as though power, one might say, extends from the barrel of a gun. That being a big time Mao quote.
No, and we're big gun supporters here.
And not saying you should do anything with them.
No.
I find it interesting because that's what because all QAnon is self-radicalizing new age hippie bullshit.
True.
Right? It's the bleach cleaning, it's crystal nonsense, it's whatever you want to bolt to it, which is like it's the erector set of insanity.
yeah.
But it's also why when we locked them in for a year, some of them turned to the internet, who's always been their friend and always showed them cool things, and
Yeah.
right at the same time, well, but it's no right. All it is one baby half step forward from right Alex Jones, the crazier bits of Glenn Beck.
Oh yeah.
I really wish there was a lefty answer on this one, and there is. I just don't know them because being interested in news, I don't much care about right the pray at home kids.
That's true.
So you were saying, sorry, didn't mean to derail us.
All right.
No.
So that was actually a really good opening point. And Mr. BoomerRex, you said something about a very small step. What is this very small step?
So this Georgia fella, right, who threatened repeatedly to kill
Don't
Nancy
fucking
Pelosi.
send threats to the internet.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's been sentenced to 28 months behind bars.
Good.
All right, so this clown, right, the only reason he wasn't there January 6th, he had car trouble, right? So anyway, they arrested him in the Capitol on January the 7th with thousands of rounds of ammunition, handgun, assault weapon.
What was he doing there on the 7th? Everyone else was gone already. Would he just show up and like...
He was going to meet up with General E and his armored vehicle convoy. But couldn't figure out where the Virginia River is.
So anyway, 28 months. Great.
Yeah.
Again, this is... The justice system has to respond to this garbage, right? When people make threats like this, they need to be identified, arrested, charged, tried, convicted, and imprisoned.
Yep.
Mhm.
No, and it's hard to get me on the side of lock these fuckers up, but...
Yeah, no, some people need
But
to
they
be like that.
arrive.
The historical precedent on it's really, really bad if you don't.
Yeah.
And the spasm of violence that modern countries have seen, because when we think of collapse, we think of Bosnia, maybe, right? Oh, Christ, what the hell they used to be? Now Myanmar. And those aren't it. That's not,
Yep.
right? We haven't seen people getting flung off the Sears Tower or Western equivalent, or European equivalent,
Yeah.
ever.
No,
Well,
that
one time.
one of the critical things in a revolution that will significantly speed it and frequently trigger it is that the established government uses force ineffectively or fails to use it. Right. Or goes overboard with
Yeah.
it, right? You can't do either one of those.
No.
You have to respond to the threats.
Yeah.
And you cannot go nuts.
And no, I'm not particularly
So-
worried about this idiot that showed up on the 7th.
No, of course not.
I don't think that human could assault their way out of a phone booth. That's why we had to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But I am concerned about the people we've arrested on other things when they get caught with stuff.
Yeah.
And we find out they're virulent accelerationists.
Yeah.
We've discussed that it wouldn't take much for one of these groups to figure out a way to make this go bad.
Yep.
And thank God they haven't so far.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Like,
let's not
comment,
tell them
subscribe.
how.
I notice I didn't.
I know.
Like, comment, subscribe to not find out how to do stuff.
So anyway, more steps are needed. One of the things that we've been seeing are the Proud Boys and other far-right lunatic fringe nationalist groups showing up at school boards and
Oh, God, yeah.
this sort of thing,
It is
and
the
making
fascist
threats.
frontier. Yes.
And that
No,
has
and
to
the worst
stop.
part
You
is these people don't belong in these school
you
systems
support
and have
it.
no right going to.
you support it with enough law enforcement, and if they want to show up and discuss, that's
Yeah.
fine, right?
Here's the problem.
I mean-
You think they're going to arrest their buddies? Who the fuck do you think is in the Proud Boys?
I think if they don't, they won't be police officers in the morning.
Oh, they will be.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just be for a different country or government or whatever.
So again,
And I
you
will
have
point
adequate
out
law
that death
enforcement on
squads,
scene, and when somebody makes a threat, you move in, ask them politely to put their hands behind their back.
Yeah.
If you don't, you subdue them
Yeah,
and you drag them out
they're
cuffed.
not going to arrest their superiors in the police department.
If their superiors in the police department show up and make a threat,
Yeah,
they need to be arrested.
it's
and
odd.
if they aren't, they can
Notice
still
when
be
we
fired.
get into police text messages, that's pretty much all they are. I'll point out every death squad every country has ever made is manned by the police, which is an interesting thing. We might want to study that
That's
about
true.
what
Yep.
it is that draws them to it. No, I absolutely agree with you. We should do these things.
Right. They may not be easy.
That's like telling me to put the flaps down on a wing that is no longer attached to the plane. Like, I'll shout it out the fucking hole, man, but
No, we all agree that these
This
things
fly-by-wire-
need to happen. We just, me and asshole here are sitting here like never seen
I
it
grew up
happen,
in a
and I don't
I
believe
grew up
it's
in
gonna
a
fucking
different
happen.
age where it would have happened.
yeah,
It'd be
I,
amazing if it did, and I would just every time we see anything where something good like that happens, we mention it and we say, "Good job, thumbs up, keep doing it."
Yes.
But they don't. It's
look, Air
so
Force,
rare,
good job. You put out
so
27
few.
idiots that refused to get their shot. Now, about the guys that fucked the basic trainees last night.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Well, I know some did. I don't have any names or anything because loads of these stories don't get told.
Or get told 3 years later. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or if a dead
I
body
know,
turns
like,
up, maybe a
I
couple
just know
years after that,
somewhere-
we might find out.
I just know somewhere there's an Air Force personnel covered in human shit in the bad way right now. Like, they did a good thing. They got rid of 27 knuckleheads who,
Yep.
yeah, I'm ordering you to get a shot.
And there's
Oh,
1,000
that-
more beyond.
I am.
behind those.
Yeah, look, it's the Marine Corps. They should absolutely just take a chainsaw to. And I part of this is normally what happens when you end a war. Like, we're done, guys. Like, I can no longer say there's a war on to justify whatever nonsense I'm going to do anyway. But now's the time for reduction in force, and that's always gross.
Yeah, it always is. And it always damages the services.
Yeah.
So-
But having a massive, I don't think we should have doubled the Marine Corps. That can't be good for, right, what you're trying to make the Marine Corps into. Because they're savage and brutal. and
Not
they eat
sure how they're
crayons
going
and
to deal
all
with China. So
Not.
I know
China's not
they
invading
aren't going
us.
to get there.
Who fucking cares?
So what's going on with Republican Governor Kristi Noem?
Noem. So South Dakota. Remember? Oh man,
This is the crazy one.
she's the one who applied pressure to the executive director of the South Dakota Appraiser Certification Program to get her daughter a real estate license, and has of course been loudly denying it ever since. And today, the Sherry Bren, who was the executive director of the South Dakota Appraiser Certification Program, said under oath that yes, she was pressured to give her the third chance that let her get her real estate license. So anyway, Again, this is the casual criminality
Yeah.
that is just everywhere.
Yeah. No,
Right.
it's rampant. We have so much what's the word I'm looking for? What'd you find?
That South Dakota is actually one of the harder states to get a real estate license in. 116 hours of classroom work
Yeah.
Jesus.
versus 63 in Florida.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no.
take a look at the real estate in Florida.
That's just teaching you how to convert cocaine into money, and Florida specializes in that. So,
So anyway, Kristi Noem is also under investigation
God, I
by
love
the
you,
state's
Florida.
attorney general.
don't do cocaine.
So maybe something will actually happen. We'll see. I wouldn't bet money on it.
Yeah.
Again, it's got to stop, right? This is the shit that the Trump supporters are reacting to. Is this is what they see around them all the time, and they think Trump is going to help. Now you have to admit that's amusing.
No, we pointed out last night all the different ways in which he is exactly the person that they think that they want, that they want to, actions to be taken against.
Right.
Right. He is exactly that person. Everything that they're saying he's going to do are things that he.
Oh yeah,
You
would
know-
never do. These
Well,
are
actually, no. He's done the opposite. He did
Yes,
the
every
things that
time.
that they're saying he's going to stop.
Yep.
So it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Work with me.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem to bother him that he's Putin's girlfriend. I mean, that always bothers me, is how can you look at that and not understand?
No, him and Putin were sweethearts for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that ship has sailed for Trump, but we'll see.
Depends how he comes
Oh
out
no,
on the
Putin would be
lawsuit.
perfectly happy to continue to use him if he were reelected. So
Oh, for sure. But
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
oligarchs will continue to launder the money. Again, half a million plus properties sold. We don't know who bought them.
yeah,
That should be concerning.
yeah, we might want to rewrite that law at some point.
Yeah. No, and because I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to come up with a Democrat right equivalent, and the closest I can get easily is Hunter Biden, and even that isn't the same thing.
Nope.
Right? Joe Biden didn't call a company and say, "Hey, hire my scumbag kid." And they said, "Hey, fetch me that scumbag over there whose dad is someone important." But
Well, you've got Andrew Cuomo, but again, it's
yeah,
yeah
this wasn't personal enrichment other than notches on whatever
that we know
the
about.
fuck.
But
yeah.
yeah,
No, I find me some good corruption. I'm all about it. We should
Oh,
set
yeah,
these motherfuckers
absolutely.
on, I suppose, metaphorical fire.
Did you guys hear that Andrew Cuomo was ordered to give up 5.1 million in book
That's actually
earnings?
awesome because you know how all the people believe you can't profit from your crimes? That's actually a law in New York. That's why the son of Sam couldn't write his book or couldn't keep the money from it.
Well, the worst part is he had his people doing, like, literally writing the book
Yeah.
while he was working.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're on the clock, getting paid by
well, we'll see.
the
There's going to be a
state.
big lawsuit
doing-
over this, which
Yeah.
Andrew Cuomo will almost certainly win.
But they were writing this book for him during the time that they were supposed to be doing stuff for the state. So
That is alleged, yes.
yeah,
So we shall
that's
see.
what
I
people
don't
who
think he
worked for
wins
him were
the-
saying.
We haven't had our first day in court,
Yeah.
so
And again, assuming they're going after it the same way they did Son of Sam's book, I don't think he wins. He's not as interesting as Son of Sam. Hey, Son of Sam's not that interesting. No serial killer is the internet. Shut up about him. But
All right, so what's going on? You got an update on the Michigan school shooting.
well, yeah. First and foremost, the alleged shooter is going to remain in adult
Yeah.
facility.
I'm fine. He
His
did no
lawyer
crimes.
claimed that he wasn't the reason for putting a juvenile charged as an adult into an adult facility is if they're a danger to other juveniles, and of course his lawyer said he wasn't.
Well, that's gonna be
All
hard
video
to claim.
evidence to the
Hard-
contrary
yeah.
notwithstanding.
God damn, that's a good lawyer, though. Walk in and just say all kinds of batshit crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
What harm has he ever? No, that's not gonna work. Hold on, shut up, guys. We're gonna fucking.
He can't get access to guns in jail.
Yeah.
Oh wait, guards
It's
have
that scene from A Few Good Men where they're sitting around talking about it, and was there any signs of violence? You mean besides the body?
I
work.
love that. That
Yeah.
that always makes me laugh.
All right, so now I have to tell a story. I was once asked on the stand where I had found the syringe containing a quantity of opiates relative to the defendant. And so, the lawyer was saying, well, was it on the floor next to his bunk? Was it, how did you know
Which
it
means the
belonged
lawyer
to
didn't
him?
get the true story.
I know. I
This is
love
the
it.
best
It
part.
was
I
so
know,
much
I'm
fun because the correct answer was I removed it from the defendant's left arm.
No, I guess that's done.
But it might not have been his. I agree with you. Somebody.
Some junkie ran in here, tied me off, stabbed me with a needle. I was so afraid to touch it, but I passed out.
As part of a lawful commander's search,
Oh yeah, no,
I turned on the lights in the area and pointed the pistol at him and told him if he took a deep breath, I'd shoot him.
okay.
And then I walked over and took the syringe out of his left arm. So, anyway.
No,
You should have seen the look on his lawyer's face. It was priceless.
He looking at you, looking at his client like you could have told me that, Johnny.
I'm not sure his client remembered that.
Oh, fair.
that
That's
is a good
fair.
point. No, this kid, fuck, man, it sucks to be that guy. Glad I'm not him. One of the many reasons I didn't do was the school shooting. The fuck, man. Should he be in adult prison? Fuck, I don't know. Like, that's not an awesome spot for him, but I think there's more actual security at an adult
Oh, did he
facility
get
than a
16?
juvenile facility. Yeah.
So,
He's close enough. And fucking,
Yeah.
man, you did some adult ass shit and enjoy the ride. I got nothing. Because again, I'd have spent us into poverty trying to fix this one human. This is why I'm not in charge, Santa. Many reasons, but that's a good one. Right up until he went to wherever and got the gun out of his bag and did his verbs. Like, nah, man. Nope, we're done now.
Yeah.
Now you're a threat. Warheads on foreheads time. I'm sorry you didn't get the memo. Like, don't get arrested at these crimes. My advice. Don't do these crimes.
don't do the crime. Yeah. Now, the worst of it was after I took it out of his arm, I'm sitting there thinking, oh crap, now my fingerprints are all over it too. Damn. That was
This lieutenant walked in and tied me off, jammed me with a needle. I was pointed a gun at me. I was so scared. I backed up.
And he was still tied off. So, anyway, he's sitting very, very still. And so I decided, screw this. And I sat down on the bunk across from him. And I sat there for the 45 minutes it took CID to show up. Because I didn't want there to be any problem at all.
Yeah.
Right? With the...
Well, plus then there's gonna be all those questions like, where did he go? And you're gonna have all sorts of bad answers like, I don't know, last I saw he was on the bunk.
Yeah.
Thinking about all the reasons he should run.
Yeah.
Because he is fucked up now.
But I wanted the chain of custody to be clear.
Fair.
So...
So climate weirding update. Let's go.
Oh, we didn't finish the Michigan school shooting.
Okay. Sorry.
Of
We got off on a tangent.
Naturally, because it got a lot of national coverage, there are copycats. So 9 juveniles ranging in age from 12 to 14 have now been charged in connection with threats against the Muskegon County schools.
It reminds me.
The internet, we need to talk. Do not threaten to shoot your fucking school for clout. That's not... God damn it. Go back to eating Tide Pods.
No, I remember after the Columbine shootings when I was in high school, we were getting bomb threats
The kids
for
that made the bombs.
almost.
Not for your threats.
It would start off like once a week, and then it became almost daily. This happened for months and months, and luckily I was able to drive. So, after some of these events, I would just go sign myself out, and I'd go home, and my mom would be like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because we keep getting these bomb threats. They keep sending us outside to the one place where we're all gonna get bombed." And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, no, that's the... my school used it as a reason to ban black trench coats. And I was one of the black trench coat kids. Like, nothing
Oh, I
like
had
it,
black
but-
trench
yeah,
coats. Yeah, I wore it.
But
Oh my God.
no, they banned them. It was a real bad time.
Yeah.
Because now you've got all these kids who are quite obviously not wearing the thing you're used to seeing them in. No, it was just bad. That was the first time I ever threatened to cripple an athlete.
So,
Pointed out they only like you because you can throw a ball, man. You know how many bones there are in your arm? Anyway, you were saying.
No, that's fine.
No, the copycat thing. It's always we always go through this and fucking roll the. See, this is why I actually want to create little like fire teams for the police, like a cop, a psychiatrist, and I don't know, somebody come up with a good third, a bartender.
First aid.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wildly better than bartender.
Oh, bartender would work too, because I feel like a bartender can talk. A hairstylist. No. Hairstylist. They can get anyone to talk about literally anything.
Bartender. So,
Or a
bartender
nail
EMT. No.
A bartender EMT. I like that.
Yeah, nails and gossip.
Nay, whatever. But
Come here, let me comb
No,
your
I'm-
hair. Let's talk about your problems.
you're right.
We
we're
got
gonna
all
have the
day.
cop breach the building, and the other two are gonna flow behind them and simply gun targets. But once they've got everything stabilized, right? You're a crazy.
They're in a
Hold on.
position to-
Did we have any years on how old these fucking kids are?
12 to 14.
Cool. A 12-year-old who's threatening to blow up their school can absolutely take a shot and then talk about what the fuck, man? Because the other choice is like, have you seen how a SWAT team moves through a building? Like, they're gonna win, bro. And man, what the fuck?
Don't make stupid threats.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wouldn't have had any update if it hadn't been for the juveniles and then the explanation that the shooter wasn't a threat to juveniles.
Right.
So, oh my God.
And I mean, he's not. He doesn't have a gun, but
He didn't have a gun in his hand when he was arrested.
yeah.
Okay.
I doubt he has access to one in the. Well, I mean, you know, it's
Yeah,
a
okay.
prison, so you can get anything you want. But
Yeah.
probably not a gun though. Except in Alabama, where that drone flew the guns in. That's do more cool shit like that. Don't do that. The internet.
That's-
I just want good news. I don't fucking care.
As you said, go back to eating Tide Pods. So anyway, climate weirding. I just happened to see the perfect example of why this is going to be a problem. So, professor of atmospheric sciences is saying the heat and humidity across the South were pretty uncharacteristic of this time of year. So I remember waking up and looking at the weather maps and saying, gee, that looks like late April.
Wait a second.
Guys, that's what climate change means, is that you can't get clues from the historical climate.
Nope.
So, anyway.
That's not our
It's-
climate anymore. And that'd be
Exactly.
like using like a 1940s map, road map.
Yep, exactly.
And
Yeah.
yeah, sure, some of those roads
Some of
probably
those
still
roads might exist, yeah, but
So-
not as many of them as you'd hope.
But I do know why it happened, right? And in this case, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones is right on target.
Oh, no.
He says, the question is, did they use weather weapons to cause the tornadoes? And I don't know what the hell's wrong with Alex Jones, that he can't put two and two together, but it was clearly the Jewish space lasers.
Oh,
Had to be the
Yeah.
Jewish space lasers.
No,
So
I-
he needs to talk to Bopper. To
hold on. Can I just say that if anybody ever manages to develop something that can create tornadoes, fucking get in touch with me, dude. We need to be friends, all
We need
right?
to mount that on the airship
We need to
named
talk, and it needs to be on our airship named Yacht. So let's work together, folks, on this. And if you know
Seriously,
a
internet,
friend
send us
who's
money. We'll
working-
make Bioshock Infinite real without all the
absolute-
creepy
that would be
racism.
absolutely perfect. You fly along, you shine your laser down, tornado forms. Away you go. Yeah.
How do you make an incredibly like you need a giant vacuum?
More than a vacuum,
Yeah.
it'd have to be a cyclone.
Yeah.
So, and it would have to
Make
be
the airship
huge.
fly really fast in a circle.
Well, you put a big fan in the middle of the quadcopters.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
And I mean, yeah, you could do some stuff. But God, fuck,
You're
bombs
not gonna
work
make,
fine.
like, a
You're not
real
like
tornado.
again. I've looked into it. You're not gonna win this sort of thing unless you can come up with a way to make the normal stuff cheaper.
Yeah,
And,
this isn't Sharknado. You can't
like hand
bomb
grenades cost
fucking
$23.
tornadoes. That's
Are
not.
you telling me it wasn't Jewish space lasers?
I don't know the religion of the space lasers.
Oh.
This is actually funny because I know people who've worked on space lasers, or at least the idea of them.
Yeah.
And fuck! God damn it!
Yep.
so frustrating.
Okay, no, you have to know history if you're going to tell lies going forward. Because Alex Jones claims loads of batshit things like the UN's founding documents or blah blah blah. No, they're actually this one guy's interpretation of them. That's why all the stuff about the racism comes from, because the UN's not dumb, and if they were racist, they'd be more effective.
Anyway,
Not that racism's a good thing, just fucking.
No, racism's terrible, and I can't believe
It's a sad fucking
I can't believe we're
holdover
still fucking talking about it.
early
I can't
ass
believe
human,
that this
yeah.
is still an issue that still happens every fucking day. It makes me sick.
Yeah, no, part of this is we pretended for a long, long time we had made all these great and huge advances as a species because we live in different indoors and don't use the lead water. Well, we do use the lead water pipes. Hold on.
only in some parts of the country.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So, no, I just fucking.
Dumb.
And while we're on the tornadoes, several more workers
Omicron.
have said
Oh.
that they were told if they left, they'd be fired.
Oh, good.
And the company has done its obligatory denial. So
Yeah.
anyway, that one's going to court.
Yeah, but it's in Kentucky, so tort reform was done heavily there because, frivolous lawsuits, which was the 90s.
And
So-
there was absolutely no frivolous lawsuit.
There were absolutely frivolous lawsuits, but
Not on the scale everyone was talking
No, but
about.
what we've done, we have made it impossible for people who are legitimately injured seriously injured, to get justice in court.
yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the example they point to is the coffee lady from McDonald's who got a single day's sales of coffee. And it was an astronomical number because we all drink a lot of McDonald's coffee.
and went
apparently.
through like
23
9
skin
surgeries,
grafts,
23 out.
Yeah, that poor woman was.
I'm not
and again,
saying that is a good example.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I'm saying
but-
that's just the one that always came up.
Right.
Well, and it's true because the way you keep coffee fresher longer is you keep it at a higher temperature. And I know for a fact because when I work at Dunkin' Donuts, you're dumping coffee every 15 minutes because we don't keep it, or Dunkin' Donuts doesn't keep it at that high temperature. When I worked at McDonald's, we kept it for half an hour because they kept it at that higher
You
temperature.
keep it at the high temperature so that it has an aroma when it is served.
Yep.
That's the reason for
It
the
tastes
high
fresher,
temperature.
it smells fresher. That's why
smells
you keep it
fresher.
at the
Yeah.
higher temperature.
McDonald's had, when they terribly scalded that lady,
Oh, they kept it
been
a lot
told
hotter
on
than-
numerous occasions that their coffee was hot enough to be a safety hazard. So, anyway.
Yep, they paid higher insurance for their inside employees because they knew it was dangerous. Yeah. No, there's
Anyway.
no upside to, like, they don't give a shit how the coffee tastes. They care about the customer's experience, and that, like you guys both said, is the smell thing.
Yep.
Well, the reason why.
Yeah, once they have it, they don't fucking care. They literally don't care if it burns them.
No, exactly. But that's
Yes.
why they want to keep it at that hotter temperature. So instead of dumping it every 15 minutes.
The problem is I know how
you're dumping
coffee
it.
works, and that's not anything anyone who cared about coffee would say.
No, I know. But
Yes.
I'm saying I've worked in these
I,
places.
yes,
I understand.
I know the lie they told.
Exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
So, anyway.
Hotter coffee isn't better.
No, it's not. But what? Never mind.
The higher temperature makes it continue to brew, which ruins whatever flavor profile you want to pretend McDonald's coffee has.
But it gives it a lot of smell,
Yeah.
which is your first impression.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it boils off the volatiles.
Yep.
But
Anywho, well, we can move on to
Omicron.
So we're beginning to get some larger studies. The larger studies that we have are all in Africa at the moment, because that's where Omicron is the dominant variant. So the larger studies show very high transmission, much higher than Delta, which is scary, but less serious consequences. They're thinking somewhere in the range of 30% less likely to put somebody in a hospital.
Okay.
On the other hand, if you get 10 times as many infections, that's not going to help much.
Fair.
You're going to overrun your hospitals.
Oh yeah.
And again, these are studies of folks in South Africa who do not have the same range of age and comorbidities that Americans do. So we will see. And locally, Maricopa has 6 cases and not related to travel,
interesting.
which means it's loose in the community. Cornell
This is going to be Kansas flu all over again.
Cornell shut down its campus yesterday because a number of their student defections were Omicron. So loosen the community again. So anyway, and Pfizer, which is an mRNA, so probably true of Moderna as well. Less effective against the infection, still 70% effective against the hospital. And those effectivities go up dramatically if you get your booster. So,
All right.
anyway.
So once again, everybody get your boosters. We are all in this household boosted. So keep up the good work, everybody, and let's keep moving forward with this. So tell us this fun story. This sounds like a good story. Cat saves family.
Oh God, I just love that.
I like good stories.
So, family in South Africa, they set up their Christmas tree, decorate it, and so forth. They come back in the room.
I saw this a lot.
And their cats are staring at the tree. And so they thought, mouse, rat, something, right? And they go over and they start looking around the tree. And they keep looking and they keep looking. There's a snake in the tree. It's a boomslang.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is one of the most poisonous snakes on earth. The good news is boomslangs are pretty timid. They don't generally tend to bite people. So nobody got bit in the face searching for the snake.
Oh, good.
So anyhow.
Yeah, I'm picturing, like, once you said South Africa, like a lot of scary pieces ended up on the board. I'm like, oh, it's a gaboon viper.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
In any case, everybody is safe.
Oh,
Yay.
good.
They have their Christmas tree, and the snake has been
Removed.
exported.
Oh, good.
Good job, the snake.
No,
Good job,
the cats. Yeah.
Good job, everybody.
Now, if I came in a room and found my cats looking at a Christmas tree, my assumption would be that they're trying to figure out how to make the biggest possible mess by knocking the Christmas tree over.
Okay, but if they're looking at it and not in it, that would concern me.
Yeah,
because I've never had a cat in the house with a Christmas tree and not at least a dozen times found that cat or cats in that fucking tree.
Last time I had a Christmas tree and a cat, there were no ornaments that you cared about below 3 feet.
Yeah.
And there was a cinder block to hold the tree down so that it couldn't be sent flying into the room. So, and the cat was in the tree every time I turned around.
I believe it. That's what they do.
Well, you brought me, this is the coolest cat toy ever. Right? I can climb up inside it and be hidden and be high and,
sticky.
Everything. Oh, yeah. So, it's a perfect cat toy.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a thing to do, is get a Christmas tree and just don't bother decorating it. Just put it in the corner for your cats.
There you go.
And make sure it can't be tipped over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be wonderful.
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah.
All right. So
and it would smell like Christmas.
That's true. I do love that. That was my favorite part about Christmas growing up with my family, is every year we would get a live tree. We'd go and pick it out and everything. And it was awesome. And I loved the smell of pine. So now, I'll try to find candles that smell like pine around Christmas time and that sort of thing to try to get that Christmas smell. So, anyway, did you guys hear that another judge has ruled that Congress could look at Trump's taxes?
Yep.
So
this is like the third one. So we'll see.
Again, this judge has also put in a stay so that they can, try to
appeal it
again. But we'll see. They keep saying that you can.
At some point, I think the justice system is going to get tired of the orange asshole, and they're going to start slapping a little bit. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he is trying so hard to hide these taxes that just fucking somebody look at them. Somebody, anybody, IRS, I don't care. Somebody look at these taxes. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
So I have a story, and of course it's Florida. Okay, because of course it's Florida. Hear this. A substitute teacher has been arrested over a supposed Snapchat video that shows her having sex with a student.
And I thought you were going to talk about Florida man.
No, this is Florida woman.
Apparently.
And yeah, of course this is Florida. I mean, Jesus fuck, how dumb. how dumb do you have to be? Not only did you perform an illegal act, but on top of that, you recorded it on Snapchat of all the fucking things you could have. Jesus fuck, why? Oh my God, the stupidity of it just.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't even with these people anymore.
You gotta love it.
I mean, don't do the crimes, the internet, but like, if you're gonna do the crimes, like, don't fucking record that shit. Oh my God. Oh, it's just so disappointing.
You'd love to know what she was thinking when she started the recording.
Well, it's like that other Florida asshole that was all sending Venmos of, like $200 for school. Like,
Yeah, right.
Of course it was for
Right.
school.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. Anyway, just stupidity. So let's get into our, nearly nightly segment. Today we're gonna call it Let's Chat with Risen.
All right.
And we're back on Teen Vogue questions. So, as I said, Teen Vogue questions, for your friends, like fun friend questions.
Yeah, of course.
And we had a lot of fun with these last night, so we decided
did.
to do some more.
And they've got a lot more, so.
Oh gosh, yeah, there was like 151, and I don't know if we'll go through all of them, but I've been kind of picking out the ones that I think are better or interestingly worded for younger viewers and such. It's just been kind of fun. So anyway,
Okay.
let's start with, is there a time when I made you feel particularly well supported?
I think that's yours to start with.
No.
No, I just think it's cool that like teen girls like are asking each other
Interested
these
in-
questions, because that's a good thing
That's a
as a
good
teen
question,
girl
yeah.
to ask your teen girlfriends so that you know how to better support them in the future.
Yeah. No, and
I think this is a wonderful question.
it is. It's just a hard
And-
one for me because I was always well supported by my people. Like,
Okay, so, and I'll say, one of the things that I have felt over the last, my God, it's been a damn year.
Yeah, over a year now, yeah.
Over a year, is, yes, I have felt well supported that you guys are our outside creatures and have managed to keep COVID out of this house. So,
Well,
thank you.
we like helping.
Yeah, we'll keep doing the things. All right.
Fuck, I wish I'd made coffee.
So we can move on from that, because I knew that was an awkward, like I really wasn't expecting any answers. But for me, this was a neat thing that, like, to know that Vogue is encouraging teen girls to ask each other this type of stuff. I thought
An
that was
interesting
very,
question.
yeah, I thought that was very cool.
Cool.
So what does friendship mean to you?
It means when I call you at 2 a.m. and tell you I need help burying a body, you arrive at my doorstep at
don't ask any
2:15 with a shovel in hand.
If you
None of those
look-
bothersome questions like, did they deserve it?
Yeah.
Like, well, we're about past that, aren't we?
Yeah. That's now irrelevant.
You fucking hope so, right?
Yeah.
Help me
Well,
dig.
and if not, the shovel will turn out to be useful. So,
Yeah, no, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that one.
Yeah.
We're all about helping our friends bury dead bodies. So if you
understand
want to
that
become
I'm
our
with
friend,
pets and things.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you follow us on Facebook, you can send a private message, which I personally will respond to. If you want to talk to, boomer or asshole,
You really don't.
mention it in the mentioned it in your message. But we're looking forward to getting some notes from you all.
Fuck that shit. I'm looking forward to getting empty cigarette cartons full of gold doubloons.
there you go.
Okay.
No, I don't have that many friends. But if an actual friend called me at 2 a.m. and said he needed to be bailed out,
Yeah.
I'd ask how much after I put my pants on.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
We went and got one of the mutants from the police after he had drunkenly crashed the car
yeah.
and somehow managed to blow double zeros. So, well done. You know who you are. Good job.
Yep.
All right. What is your favorite podcast?
My favorite podcast is BoomerRexTonight.
That's why I left it there.
Yeah.
But I think think it's neat that teenagers are actually listening to podcasts. I find that
If you're listening to good
encouraging.
ones, but
Well,
yes.
I mean, they're probably listening to Teen Vogue podcasts, but that's fine. I'm sure they're not terrible. These questions are pretty fun.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
and I feel like they're going in a good direction.
Sounds like you
'cause
just condemned us to listen to a Teen Vogue podcast.
No,
I
really
think so,
not.
too. When I stumbled across, these questions, I was a little bit like, oh, this is going to be hysterical, right? But then I'm looking through them, and there's actual real substance to a lot of these
I've
questions
been surprised.
for teenagers. And I think that they're important conversation starters that, like, when I was a kid, we didn't have those types of, like, when was the best time I supported you?
No, it
I
seems
never
to
would have
me-
thought to ask my girlfriend that.
Yeah, it's
There
always
used to
bad
be a
sex
magazine, I
tips.
Yeah.
think it was
It was always
called...
about who's the hottest
Yeah,
guy, and,
yeah.
and it was questions about, like, if you could date anybody in the world,
Yeah.
who would you date?
Yeah.
And you know,
My how society has changed, maybe.
That's my memory of the questions that were in the teeny
That's
girl
what makes
magazine.
the joke in the Skivvy book work about, we'll take this voting quiz or this dating
yes.
quiz on what
my God.
enslaving alien race you should work for.
yeah, like the MASH where you put M
Yeah.
and an A and a
Yeah, that's what I remember from them is these little scoreable quizzes. And,
Yeah.
Because I read a
That then
lot of
got
teen
passed
girl magazines.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we've made some progress.
Yeah. All right. So what do you do when no one else is around?
Nothing good. All the stuff I've been waiting for the assholes to leave so I can do.
I watch anime or read a book.
I watch a video, I doom surf,
Yeah.
sleep.
I play video games.
Now I've heard doom surfing a lot. What the fuck does that mean?
Just looking at all the bad news.
Yeah.
Justifying why, it's probably good their humans won't last another 100 years.
Yeah.
Because we built a lot of cool things, and then we got into Curex and QAnon, and it's over now.
Yeah. Returning to Raw Story every 15 minutes to see if they've got some new piece of
If they
outrage.
weren't so good at aggregating other stories.
And they're quick.
I know. No, and it's the fucking Drudge Report for the left, but still.
Yeah, so it really is.
Yeah.
And you have to read them, and about a third of them are just dribble.
Yeah, no, what was the one? It was on Salon about, they were trying to drag poor fucking, Young into it. Carl, whatever.
Young.
Yeah. And it's a stretch because they're trying to lead into his thing about how if God didn't exist, man surely would have created him. And his ideas of you needed a guiding myth, and then trying to figure out what the guiding myths were, and they're trying to slap 1,000 years for Christianity, and then Enlightenment, and then technology, and like, that's all actually the same thing. So I'm not a big Jungian fan.
Yep.
And some of it's fine, but
No, the whole point behind reading any of that is to be exposed to a range of thought on a set of subjects that are probably unanswerable, the truth be told.
yeah.
You know, why
Right.
are we here?
Yeah, but I would recommend Machiavelli's discourses on Levy before most of the psychology stuff. It's just I've read through a lot of the good stuff, and now I'm having to get right again. Who did that? One of them's garbage. Kant.
Yep.
Where one of
The
those.
Critique of Pure Reason and the Critique of Practical Reason.
What's the good one?
The Critique of Pure Reason,
Yeah.
which is worth reading. The Critique of Practical Reason is tortured.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you?
Getting drafted. That changed the trajectory of my life.
Okay.
In a good way.
Good.
Or being forced to go into OCS, but yeah, being
Right.
drafted.
I got asked to give a friend divorce advice, and that worked out pretty well for me. But, I don't know, because I don't look at the world like my world model doesn't contain a lot of room for luck. Right, I'm worried about my brain's tendency to see synchronicities, so I avoid things that lead to that.
Okay.
So for me, I would say the luckiest thing that happened in my life was one night when I happened to be invited to a go-away party for a friend, and that was how I met Essel.
That's true.
That was
I think we need to
the
like,
luckiest.
yeah, we'll figure out if you know what the word luckiest means.
What? That was stupid lucky.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be here now if we
That's
had not
fair.
met that
Yeah.
night. We never would have known each other. We never would have met again.
Agreed. That was why I used my example. But
No,
Cool.
but that to me was a lucky meeting, and we stayed in touch ever since. So
You still have her cool. Keep
I
up the
know,
good
right?
work.
you guys are terrible.
I'm gonna go start a fire and pee on something.
All
Like,
right.
comment, subscribe to find out which it is, internet.
You start the fire and then pee on it.
Yeah, that smells
No,
bad.
you know what he does? He pees in my cups.
Oh god, I do. That's what I do when no one's around. I pee in all the cups, every cup, everywhere.
No, I told him he can't pee in the plastic ones
So they were obviously the
Why?
first to get peed in. The
because
internet.
it's plastic.
You know?
Plastic absorbs things.
That shaped oil you're drinking out of, you're worried might
Yeah.
be contaminated with my sterile urine.
It's gross, man. You can pee in all the glass and metal cups you want. Stay
do.
away from my plastic cups, man.
Yeah.
Or at least put them in the dishwasher after you dump them down
We
the
don't
sink.
have a dishwasher, sir.
No.
Hey, it
what-
could be worse. It could be like his cups. I pee in those, dump them out, put them back.
You are a monster, sir. Just a monster.
All under the heading of when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Fair.
What's your favorite way to exercise? Just to move this shit along.
Weight machine.
Fair.
You don't like the aerobicness.
Okay. No, I liked hiking in the woods. We have to get back to that.
All right.
And
For me,
who-
it's a
someone
toss
else in
up.
woods.
I was in pretty bad shape when we first started doing the camper, and I got to be reasonably decent.
Yeah.
It will happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn because I have to say that there were two different ways that I absolutely adored working out, and that was I had a striptease DVD where you do like the striptease routine, and you could like I was in the best shape of my life. Let me tell you, I could pop, lock, and drop it like there was no tomorrow.
Pirate Bay.
So that was a lot of fun. But then also my Richard Simmons DVDs, every one of them were such a joy. So what I would do is I would mix it up, right? Like I do the striptease, and then I do a couple of Richard Simmons different ones, and then I'd go back to the striptease.
Okay.
So, but it was fun, and it kept it different because
Yeah.
you're doing different things with each workout. And Richard Simmons is just so much fun. If you've never watched a Richard Simmons workout DVD, please, you will thank me forever. It's so much fun.
Did we ever introduce her to the special exercise videos?
Doubtful.
Okay. We know where there's a really good set of exercise videos.
Okay.
Yeah, we make that noise, and then this is as far as that conversation's ever gone.
Okay.
Do you like roller coasters?
Hell yes.
Fuck yeah, I love a good roller coaster. I don't like going on them alone. I will not go on a roller coaster alone. But if I get a roller coaster buddy, I will hit every roller coaster no matter how scared I am. I'll do it. But I need a buddy.
The best roller coaster I was ever on was a one person at a time. You got buckled into this machine, and then you went for a roller coaster ride. It was cool. It was at Six Flags or someplace like that.
Oh, I'm sure. What is your most hated chore? I'm gonna say it right now. Dishes. I fucking hate doing dishes.
I like dishes. There's usually a sane number of them.
I hate
And
dishes.
you feel good when you're done. You've gotten something done. What is my most hated chore?
I don't know why I hate doing dishes, but I do. I just absolutely despise doing dishes.
I don't like putting away groceries.
Oh, I have the same attitude toward groceries.
Yeah, no,
When they're put away, I'm done.
yeah.
Um,
No, I can understand how others can see that way. I just don't like it. I don't know.
No, my most hated chore is going through piles of shit that I've kept for years and deciding what needs to go in the garbage can and what needs to stay.
Or
Now, the good
you need to
news
sell
is
something, or- yeah.
on any small project, I almost certainly have everything I need to do it. Right. That's the benefit of being a pack rat.
So, as a follow-up, what's your favorite chore? And this is me. This was not in Teen Vogue. Just this was a separate thing that I decided to add.
Hey, dishes.
Then why don't you do the ones that are sitting in the sink in the trailer?
I haven't peed in them.
You
yet.
knew that was coming, right? Oh, let's see. What's my favorite chore? I used to like doing the arena. That was
Yeah,
Dragging
I can see
it?
that.
dragging
Yeah.
the arena.
It looked
Yeah.
I
nice
can see that
afterwards.
being
It's like-
It looks nice.
No.
It's the same thing as doing dishes or putting the
Yeah.
groceries away.
No, but I agree. When I've driven by and it's been done, it looks really nice. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. So,
So anyway, except for that morning with the water truck.
yeah, fair.
God, that was awful.
Let's see. What else?
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Any of the food ones, and because we get to hang out with everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, all of them are food ones.
Well, not all of them.
Yeah. I used to would have said 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
Because we had a
Shit
party
blows up.
and
That's
then we
cool.
would go down and sit
Yeah.
under the fireworks. But there are no good fireworks around here. So, and when I say sit under the fireworks, you're talking about good fireworks. Good fireworks is when people bring umbrellas because burning crap is going to fall out of the sky on you.
You spent too much time in Nashua. That's not
know.
how fireworks are.
That's how
supposed to
fireworks are
happen.
absolutely supposed to be.
That is a danger, man.
No, it is so much fun. Great big pieces of burning cardboard. Right? And you have to move your feet because they bring the fire engine by just in case. And
Okay, and for any of you who live in the New England area, if you have not been to Nashua, New Hampshire's fireworks display
You
that
have
they
missed
do
out.
in Holmes Stadium,
Yep.
you have to
Yeah.
just go there one year. You have to get there early to get
Oh,
the
yeah.
good seats right up where you're going to get burned. But do it. Just do
right
it
there
and
on
tell
the-
us about
right
it.
there on the little dirt
Like,
road.
comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
Let us know how it goes for you.
Don't forget to bring
If
an
you've been there,
umbrella.
like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us your story. We'll share it. It'll be amazing.
Don't forget to bring an umbrella you don't care about or wear clothes you don't care about.
Yeah, even private message me on the BoomerRex Facebook, and then I'll share your story online on our next show. So talk to us, people. Comment.
Outside of Holman Stadium is where a buddy of mine and I smoked a stolen Cuban cigar.
There you go.
And then we learned Cuban cigars are fucking gross and people shouldn't smoke those.
That's right. Did you throw up?
Nah.
No.
Okay, if you were going to get some ink, I love the way this one is worded. What would you choose and why? Like, Teen Vogue's idea of getting a tattoo is, hey, if you were gonna go get some ink, man. Is this like a new terminology? Like, it's a tattoo. Like, it's okay. You can call it a tattoo. And yeah, some people say, hey, check out my ink. But the whole
Doesn't sound right
concept
coming
of
out of Teen Vogue.
yeah, Teen Vogue saying, like, if you were gonna go get some ink, kind of makes me feel a little sick to my stomach. As somebody who has 1, 2, 4, 5,
6.
6, at least 6 tattoos, and I have at least 4 more planned. But anyway, so if you're gonna get, so your next piece of work, what's it gonna be?
Probably a full back piece.
Oh,
Do the timeline of Orange Cats and I.
oh, that'd be wonderful.
Little story that wraps around what's
Yeah.
already there. Yeah.
Well, that'll be up in
Very
the
good.
air. That can be in the clouds or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I've already got a back tattoo. So maybe I'll just tattoo over it because it's kind of crooked. And...
So now we're going to make this a boomer joke. My immediate response was, well, Walmart's always had the ink I needed.
Fuck, you're old.
Wait, you were thinking
Either fuck, you're
printing?
old or fuck, that's a good
Oh,
dad
yeah.
joke.
Oh my
I couldn't figure out
God.
why this was a question.
I can't even with you right now.
So what tattoo would you get? Yeah, Risen can't even look at him right now. She's just facing away. She's done.
I was, as someone had once said, I was lost in the sauce.
Oh, okay, we're good. We're good.
I could do my snake
There you
tattoo.
go.
I could
Oh,
get
there
a
you go.
couple of sleeves.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd have the pretty scales.
I don't think you're going to let me CRISPR you, so...
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think we should CRISPR scales into you. Like, obviously, we'll get a homeless person and try it on them first.
Well, yeah.
Then we are going to be rich because we shot a lizard man. Well, lizards don't have fingerprints. They'll never figure it out. Just help me get the teeth. Don't. God damn it, the internet. Don't take a homeless person, CRISPR him into a lizard person, and then remove their teeth.
That's not okay, people.
But I'll tell you,
It's one of those things I never thought
we
I'd have
could
to
be
say.
QAnon
I
superheroes.
know, my God damn it. No, don't.
Can you imagine how much fun it would be to drag an actual lizard person body into one of their meetings?
I know.
In fact, it would be fun just to walk through, drop the body, and keep right on walking.
Yeah. Just roll up in a van, be like, hey, you guys want this? Bleh.
Yeah.
All right. If
Well,
you
fly over with our airship and drop it on them.
Have it show up when Kennedy is supposed to show. That's when
Okay.
they fall out of the airship.
Jesus
and
fuck.
in their
Are you
midst.
done talking yet?
No, clearly not.
We're waiting for you.
If you had to choose only one, would you pick a dog or a cat?
Cat.
Yeah. If I had to choose only one, I'd probably choose a dog.
Oh, you guys are phenomenal. You actually made adult choices. See, my choice is, who's the motherfucker that's making me pick one, and I will murder them now. That's my
Okay,
answer.
there you go.
Because there's no such thing as
What do you
choosing
mean,
one or the
A?
other.
Just life form centipede him. It'll be fine.
There's no such thing as
The
choosing.
dog will even be happy if he's in the back.
No. There's no such thing as having just a cat or just a dog. No.
Then it's
no,
like a soft serve
no,
right
that
into
is
your stomach.
Unacceptable. That is not how life works. And I resent the person who thought that was a legitimate question that could legitimately be answered.
Like, comment, subscribe.
No.
We're going to war with Teen Vogue writers, apparently. We're probably dead. Yeah, they were probably 30 in the 80s, so they're dead.
Oh God. All right. What's your all-time favorite dessert?
Cheesecake's not bad.
My cheesecake?
Yeah, sure. Just cheesecake. Generic. Strawberry, cheese Danish. Cheese Danish would be good.
They changed the name, but the first time I ever had it, it was called Chocolate Suicide.
Ooh.
And it was the richest chocolate cake you've ever had in your life.
That sounds good.
Oh, God, it was good. So,
I'll have to look up a recipe.
Ba-ba-bum.
I will have to say that my absolute all-time favorite dessert ever is creme brulee.
yeah, I would.
Properly done creme brulee, which is
Yeah.
very hard to find.
It is.
Yeah.
But
So.
yep, that would be mine. And not like the fancy schmancy. There's like some fancy ones, and some of them are okay. But like kind of sort of, I just want a plain, like regular old vanilla creme brulee. Nothing, you know. And you can put some fresh fruit on it, like strawberries, raspberries, something like that. That's fine. But like, don't go crazy
With or without the
with
crunchy
flavor.
surface.
Well, that's what a creme brulee is.
Okay,
You can't
fine.
have a creme brulee without the crunchy surface. That becomes just pudding or custard or whatever.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, so that would be mine. And we have a bunch more questions, so let's save them for tomorrow night because we're coming up on an hour here. So yeah, I think we had another fun evening.
Yep.
I'm really liking these Teen Vogue questions. Good job, Teen Vogue. Like,
Except that
I'm-
one about the
Yeah,
pets.
yeah,
You're
no,
going to
you
die in a
can't-
cage
you
over that,
can't
apparently.
just have a cat or it's just not possible. It's not feasible. And for anyone to think that they could try to pressure me into making a decision about that,
Won't be
they're
under
getting a
them.
bullet to the head.
Why
I'm
do
not going to
people-
kill anybody, folks. I don't believe in killing
If you
people.
were supposed to have one dog, why would people talk about 3-dog nights?
Escalated
Yeah,
quickly.
no, don't, no, not doing that. Anyway, so
Instead of sending
I think
death
when
threats
you
to
have
Teen
a-
Vogue writers,
yeah,
like,
don't do
comment,
that.
subscribe.
Don't do that.
When you
Don't-
have a
there's nothing
pack
wrong
of
with
2 or
that.
3 dogs, that's when you add a cat.
Yeah,
So,
management.
That's true. You do need management. Anyway,
Yep.
so we love you all, and we will see you back here tomorrow night on Boomer Rex Tonight.